Tomorrow I leave for Killarney Provincial Park. I'm going to do the full 80-kilometer loop. I'm going to drive up on Wednesday. It'll be like a half day in, and I'll have 4 full days, and then a half day coming out on Monday. So it should be a pretty fun trip. Weather is anywhere from mid to upper 30s up to 70. I'm expecting rain, bugs, and a little bit of both. So this is going to be my kind of gear loadout for mid-spring with a combination of cold and bugs. First up is shelter and sleep system. Core of my sleep system is this 15-degree Katabatic gear top quilt. You've seen me use this many times before. Ideally, I'd probably have like a 40-degree down top quilt. This is a little overkill for the weather, but it's what I have. Packs up small, pretty lightweight. To couple that for a pad, I have this Thermarest pad. It's 3/4 length, so it doesn't cover my whole body. It only goes from about top of my head down to my butt. And to put on the ground under my feet, I use this piece of Reflectix. So this doubles as my chair and also as my foot ground pad. And then to top that all off, I can't sleep without a pillow, so I've been using this X-Bed pillow now for about 2 years. It's inflatable, works great, and it really needs a wash. And then to protect all this, you need a good shelter. Here's the Hilleberg Enon. That's what I've been using this spring. Absolutely love this tent. Really looking forward to using it. Going on a long distance backpack where there's going to be hopefully a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. Get to test out one of those days, so it'll be good to test out in that. And then to protect the sleep system, I put everything in one of these trash compactor bags. I've been using this for years. So one for the sleep system and the one for clothes and everything else. Speaking of clothes, let's take a look at that next. Well, let's take a look at the clothes now. Start at the bottom, work our way up. As I said, I'm expecting it to at least 1 or 2 days of rain and cold, probably some wind. And then it could be potential of some good black flies and bugs here. So I'm kind of prepared for either situation. Starting at the bottom, of course you need a good pair of shoes. Solomon X Ultra, I've been using these now for a couple months. Started in December with the PA hike, worked great. Got my Simply Bliss Levia Gators, just kind of keeps the junk out of your shoes. Then I got the Defeat Woolinator socks, and we 3 pairs of thin socks. Probably switch between 2 during the day and then keep 1 nice and dry for night. Working my way up, pair of hiking pants. I was thinking about using shorts, but with it only getting up to 70, if I get hot, I just roll these legs up. Otherwise, I'd rather have the extra bug protection with the long pants. And then, because I'm expecting some wind and rain, and if I get kind of cold and it's 30, I get these Arc'teryx, these are Beta Gore-Tex rain pants to keep my legs dry-ish. On my upper body, I'll have this Kuyu wool t-shirt, work good. For buggy days, and or just as kind of an extra layer, this Ex Officio bug shirt. It's one of those treated shirts. It's a good tight weave where bugs won't bite through it. Been using this for years, really love it. The best thing about the shirt is instead of buttons, it uses snaps on all the closures, which I like a lot better. For kind of higher output, warmish kind of days, this is just a running light jacket I've been using now for a while. It's an Arc'teryx piece. It's one from the running collection, so it's just kind of a long sleeve, zip down base layer. For insulation, standard jacket, I always use Kuyu down jacket. If it's getting into the 40s and stuff, I was debating whether to bring this or not, but I figure 10 ounces I'll bring it for the protection. And then the Big Daddy jacket, just in case it gets real bad. I got the Arc'teryx Beta AR, Gore-Tex Pro Shell, because if it gets wet and windy and rainy, this is exactly what you're going to want to have. But then as far as accessories and small stuff, been using these forever. Defeat Woolinator, or whatever, Defeat something or other, gloves. Like these a lot, keep your hands warm. If it's really raining and super windy, I was debating about bringing these or not, but they're only like 2.5 ounces. They're neoprene gloves, so I haven't really tried these in a long distance rain hike, but I'm thinking wind, rain, poles might work okay. I tried the mitts before, don't like the mitts, they just don't work, my opinion. And then I got my good old toque, as Joe would call it, wool hat. Gore-Tex socks for around camp, and then I got my, who makes this? Head Sweats, the Head Sweats hat. This is a lot better than the normal baseball cap because it made it like a synthetic material, so when this gets soaking wet, it actually dries out versus a normal cotton baseball hat that is wet for 4 or 5 days straight. Ask me how I know. Anyways, on the next subject, let's take a look at the small stuff, pack, and then food. Okay, so now on to the small stuff. I got the GoPro Hero 4 Silver Edition with the LCD back. It's very nice. Got this little Joby pod, looks good. I will be using 3 memory cards, 32 gig, and 3 batteries. And then just, that's not enough batteries for 5 days of filming, so I got the GoPro little charger box, the cord. I got a cord for my iPhone, the waterproof back. That's it in there. And then I got this rechargeable battery pack. I got it off Amazon. It was like 25 bucks. It should equate to about 9-ish GoPro batteries. It's kind of heavy. It's 10 ounces, but I need the power. So the other thing too, I can power my iPhone with that. This I'll use for GPS if we need it. Hopefully not. And then for taking pictures too. If you leave this in airplane mode, it should last most of the day. And then I've got this super cool headband mount, because that's awesome right there. Anyways, onto the small stuff. Got my little Apostles pouch, had forever. It's got my Spot, med kit, fire steel, small stuff like that. Snack bag, aqua mirror drops at the top, a little tiny cubic fiber sack that's still holding strong. Keep all my little day snacks there at least until lunchtime. Speaking of food, you gotta cook. So I got the Evernew Titanium Ultralight 900 milliliter pot, works great to cook it with. I got the cat stove, I got the fuel bottle. This is enough fuel for 5 burns. Titanium sport because it's small and it compacts and it fits in there. And then the windscreen. Note on bug repellent. I've been using it for a couple of years and works quite effectively against mosquitoes. Not sure on black flies, but I've been using the lemon eucalyptus spray. I'm going to put that in a little tinier bottle so I don't have to carry around this big pump. I'm not really depending on this to get rid of the flies and bugs. That's mainly why I bought the shirt. I have a head net buried somewhere in this gear, and then I got the long pants. So I'd rather take that approach rather than hoping the chemicals work, which I don't like the chemicals because they're, anyways, yeah, I don't like them. Anyways, TP, which got to refill. Backpack, Go Light GM50, been using it for years, works great. The only cool new piece of kit that I have for this trip is the Black Diamond Alpine Carbon Cork Flick Lock. That's hard to say. I've been using the aluminum version of these for a couple of years. They're getting kind of beat up. Saw these on sale, picked them up. They're a little bit lighter, not a whole lot, but they feel a lot lighter. I don't know how to describe it, but they swing a lot easier. They're real nice, really sturdy, stiff. And then really the one feature I really like is the tips are replaceable. You can screw them off, screw them on. And Killarney is a ton of rock. You're going to be walking on rock all day, so these will be quieter. I put the plastic tips on. And I'm also thinking this plastic rubber is going to have a little bit more better grip on wet rocks than the metal carbide tips will. So anyways, let's take a look at food now. Okay, so on to food and water. For water storage, I'm going to be using one 2-liter platypus. I usually only probably going to have 1 liter in this until I get to camp at night, and I'll put 2 in it so I'm ready for the morning. I've been using this like cycling water bottle. It's a squirt bottle. It squirts. It's cool. I kind of like it. The nice thing about it is you can fill it up easy from streams because it's got a big opening. So it works well. I'll not take you through every single piece of food, but this is just kind of the general day. This is not something you want to eat if you're trying to be on a diet. This is probably the worst garbage food collection you can have, but it's really high in calories, it's really dense, and I'm trying to pack as many calories as I can in per day. For breakfast, and this is a little different than what I've done before in the past, so a little different. Pop-Tarts, kind of a mystery grab bag. I don't know which one it is. I got like 4 different flavors. It'll be fun every morning. It'll be different Pop-Tart flavor. These are about 400 calories. They're just raw sugar. So to kind of metabolize those better, I budgeted myself 190 calories worth of almonds to kind of go with it. So it's about a 600 calorie morning breakfast. Probably an hour in, I got 6 Oreos. Another 2 hours in, I'll eat a half a bag of Pringles. Then for lunch, I'm going to have Snickers. So I'll have half a Snickers, which is 220 calories, plus some peanut butter, so you're pushing 400 for lunch. Afternoon snack, yogurt covered pretzels. I saw these in the store and I was like, why didn't I not think of these before? 7 of these, another 190 calories. Bam! Probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, I'll have another 2 ounces of M&Ms, which is another 200 calories. And then for dinner, I've quite outdone myself this time. I have some of my favorites, which are hot dogs, beef and cheddar. These are phenomenal, best thing ever. They'll probably keep for the first 2 days. It's not going to get above 60. It'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. You take those hot dogs, you put it in the macaroni and cheese. This is a 3 cheese, and I have the chipotle cheese. Phenomenal. Those will be the first 2 days. And then the last 3 days worth of dinner is I'm going to be doing rice and beans, which I haven't put the beans in here yet, but black beans. You put some sharp cheddar cheese in there. You put a little bit of beef stick. So I got about 3 chunks worth of beef stick in there. And then these are really good. These are the chili Fritos. You crumble all that up, the rice, the beans, the chili, the meat, everything, and it's just phenomenal. You throw some butter and taco seasoning and salt, and it's just bam. To put all this in. Oh, and then throughout the day too, if I get hungry, I bought some salami. This is really fat salami. It's really expensive, but it's really good, and it's got pepper all around it. I love this. You can tell I'm way more excited talking about food than I am gear. Anyways, all of this goes into the Cuban fiber Z-Pack sack, and then this gets hauled up in the tree every night by this, which is some thin-ish Dyneema something or other cord. It's nice and orange, it's reflective, you can actually find it in the morning. Then also, I always put my toothbrush and toothpaste in the food sack, because it's usually the last thing I do before I go to bed is pull the sack up to the tree, brush my teeth, I'm done, I'm good to go. Total weight of all this food is about 7.5, 8 pounds. I'll probably sneak in an extra Snickers somewhere in here. But I'm budgeting about 31 to 3,200 calories per day. With the output we're going to be doing, which is going to be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. all day, every day, uphill, I'll probably easily burn through all this and lose weight. So if Joe comes, he's probably going to have about 4 raisins and 2 peanuts, and he'll be just fine. But for some of us, we need a lot more than that. Oh, and I forgot. Of course, you got to have dessert. So I got budgeted myself half a Hershey's bar right before you go to bed. I don't know why it seems to make me sleep good. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the gear. That's all the food. Hope you enjoyed the video. It should be interesting. Got any questions about gear, food, whatever? Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Almost forgot some of the most important things. One, a map. This is a Killarney Jeff's map. It's really good. It's water resistant, tear-proof, really great on the trail. We used this last year for our canoe trip in Killarney. Worked awesome. Put this probably inside a Ziploc and keep it on the outside of my pack so I can get to it. The all-important and ever so underrated blue foam pad. I've used this one for years. It's super compressed, but this will be my seat, fire fanner, everything. Works great. Love this. And then because I'm trying to go pretty lightweight, I got to bring all this food. This is it. For tools. No axe, no saw, no nothing. We're just going to use the good old sack farmer. Weighs 3 ounces. Keep this in my waist belt. Should honestly be more than what we need. I don't think we're going to be having any big blazes. It's going to be warm enough, and yeah, should be just fine.